our accountant. And I think Dora is back where the wine is. She takes care of the art shop also. And we have Eddie Cuevas. I don't see Eddie here. But Eddie Cuevas is our rental coordinator. And he's also the voice that you hear when you call. Who else? Tencha Cross. Tencha, where are you? We also have one of our art instructors here, two of our art instructors, Carl Lee. And Sue Tarrant is our backbone of the Brownsville Museum of Fine Art. Did I miss anybody here? I think I covered everyone. Anyway, I want to thank you on behalf of the staff. I hope you enjoy your time here. I want to introduce at this point in time one of our board members, Richard Gassa. He's going to speak in behalf of the Board of Trustees. Richard, where are you?
Hello, good evening. I want to thank everybody for coming. I'd like to see if we can give another round of applause to Linda and our staff. I am a member of the Brownsville Board of Trustees, and in turn would like to thank everybody for being here on their behalf. It takes a lot of work on behalf of the board, the staff, and as well to have an artist, local artist, such as Oscar Alvarez. So once again, I want to thank you very much for being here. We do have food and drinks, and Linda, I think it goes back to you.
I left out our new curatorial assistant out because I wanted to make a special point of introducing to her. She took over the part of the curatorial assistantship from Jennifer Kahn, who was the curator. And Dr. Kahn has moved on, and she's here amongst us. And Laura is the assistant now, and she is going to be responsible for working with our curator, Mark Clark, and Marcela Ronquillo Hinojosa, who is working on a part-time basis. So both of them will be looking for artwork to show, and Laura will be helping them as the assistant, and she'll be here in the museum most of the day, every day, Monday through Friday. And I want to thank Laura for assisting Mark in putting up this artwork that took a lot of effort from the volunteers that also worked with Mark and Laura to set up Mr. Alvarez's artwork. That's quite beautiful, but it was a task to put it up. And I want to introduce Laura now so that she can speak to you about the artwork and the artist.
Thank you for coming. And as you can see today, our museum has been transformed into a very unique world, a world of whimsy and mystical beauty. Oscar Alvarez, our featured artist, crafts from the art of imagination. As you can see, with his use of dark, rich tones and vibrant flashes of color, he always manages to illuminate the canvas. The use of his lines and all that just lyrically flows, and everything just sort of morphs into each other and creates this field of energy. And this energy is very vibrant, and it almost bounces off the walls. And it comes to life. I was in the museum alone earlier, and there was no drugs or anything. But I just sort of briefly glanced through everything, and it is that. The subject matter just wants to pop to life. And it sort of just wants to tell you a fairy tale, tell you a story, because his work is dreamlike. His work is very imaginative. the dark shadows are always deep in the background, whether it could be manifestations of a subject matter or manifestations of oneself. I mean, he leaves that to your imagination. But he's very consistent in his theme. And his theme is always just that balance of life. Whether he depicts a joyous scene, you know, there's always sadness. If it's feast, there's famine, and vice versa. I had the pleasure of interviewing Oscar last week, and just kind of wanted to probe and kind of like get into the thought process and kind of figure out, you know, how he begins his work. You know, and he kind of briefly said something, but yet I thought it was very profound. And he said sometimes, you know, he asked himself if he had that godlike gift, you know, if he had that power to create, what would he create? And today we see the result of that. And today we see the result of Oscar tapping into his subconscious and letting us into his other worlds. Thank you. Also, he is here to answer any of your questions, and he's very open. He's especially open to questions about price, as well. But